Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. How's everybody doing on this beautiful 4th of July? Yes, happy Independence Day. Look, as I was writing this, at first I was like, oh, this is not so good. And the Lord said it is good. Because you know how you want to just be positive all the time. Sometimes the negative is a positive because it gives you an opportunity to turn it around when you know it's negative. You know what I mean? It gives you the opportunity to change a thing. You don't have to stay the same. It's when I give y'all stories or true stories, this is not nothing to just play around with. This is real stuff. But this one is about inheritance. This is about an inheritance. And I'm going to read this because it's really important that we understand that we've inherited things and we also do things that our children inherited, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So imagine this. Imagine someone stealing your inheritance. Everything that was left for you, somebody feel like you don't deserve it, so they steal it. But the cold part about the thief is there people that are close to you. People that are talking to you, laughing with you, everything. But they do not want you to have what was left for you. They feel in some type of kind of way. So they steal it. But let me tell you what happens to a thief. What you did was, you didn't just steal someone's inheritance. You have now also put an inheritance on your children. An inheritance of thievery. So the thing that you stole that you thought was worth stealing has the ability to steal your child's present or future. You put that in the inheritance. You put that in your child's inheritance. So as you watch this life go by, all the pictures you took, all the expensive games that you went to, all the expensive furniture you bought, all the cars, the money that you put up, and you gave 3 or 4 years before you start spending it so nobody would know it was you. Everybody's going to know it's you when what you do comes for you. Yeah, what you did is coming for you. And it ain't nobody's fault. Ain't nobody got to wish nothing bad upon you. It's what you did that's coming back to you. The thing that nobody knew, everybody's going to know after a while that it was you. So you put that in your child's inheritance and your grandchildren's inheritance. Thievery. That's why a lot of stuff that we're experiencing now that we don't understand why we're experiencing it is because of things that people have done in our past that we didn't even know. We weren't even there. We weren't even born. We wasn't even in on it. We didn't have no information. But we are paying for what they did. But we still have to do the work so we can get out of it. I'm going to continue. And then the thing about it is that spirit occupies your home. You could still at work. You could still at work. You can lie at church. It don't matter. You have invited that spirit in to your life, your children's lives, and all that good stuff. And you say to your children, you're like, why are you lying from me? Who did you see steal? Why are you stealing from me? People don't have to see you do it They don't have to see you do it. That spirit is with you. When you used it to do what it is you wanted it to do, or when you did what you did, you invited it in. And you can't tell it to leave. Not while you're still operating in your dishonesty. That's why you have to be honest. And what you have to do, you have to put that spirit on blast so that it can get out. That means you have to confess to what you've done so it can leave. See, you can't tell nobody to leave if you don't know its name. You can't tell nobody to leave unless you tell them to leave. And your admission gives you permission to tell that spirit to leave. As long as you don't admit, it's going to still stay with you, baby. It ain't going nowhere. It'll find a safe place with you. Continue. So once you invited it in, it is latching on to your child and its ways. You're going to be like, oh no, like, what's going on? You know, what's happening? You know, because you don't understand why your child is doing this. You didn't ever show your child this. You didn't say, you know, to your child, I stole, you know, my cousin's inheritance, or I did whatever I did. But it knows. And see, another thing that we as people, men, women, everybody needs to understand is that when men go around mistreating women, somebody's going to mistreat your daughter. She wasn't even there. She don't even deserve it. But that spirit of mistreatment, she inherited it through the mistreatment that you did to others. Whether it's women mistreating men, your son is going to inherit that mistreatment. Those spirits latch on. That's why it's so very important how we live our lives. And it's called basically a spiritual inheritance. And that's what people don't get. People think about inheritance as just money. You know, I inherited a house, you know, some cars, maybe some cash. You can inherit spirits as well. And they will latch onto you. That's why you see a family with a certain last name and you say, ooh, all of them act like that. They act like that. And a lot of times they're not aware that they act like that until somebody points it out and say, oh, your family act like this. The men do this and the women do this and that and the other. Because no one has stood up and fought against that spirit. They just feel like since it's been in the family so long that they can't get away from it. No, nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to do the work. So be careful what you do. Your children will inherit it too. And it's a sad thing to see what you've done to somebody else is happening to your child. See, because when you're dealing with somebody else, your heart is in your chest. But when it's happening to your child, it's on the outside of your chest. Because that's your heart. That's the one you love unconditionally. That's the one that you feel like is such a great part of you. So be careful how you treat someone else's child, someone else's daughter, someone else's son. Your child may inherit that. And it's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So I hope that helped y'all. I hope y'all go ahead and call it out. Call that spirit out. Take the full responsibility of what you did and make it right. You know, sometimes you can't always go to the person and say, I did this or I did that. But if you stole somebody's inheritance, give it back to them. Make it right. Because it ain't going to be right when you see what's going to happen in your life with the people that you love, the people you care about. Make it right. You can be redeemed. You can do the turnaround. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.